again. I'm going to tell you some stuff about what I'm creating today, and you can use this method as well. And this method is really inspirational. It's really good for creating forms, and it's really cheap as well, and it's traditional, and I call it an ideas generator. So yesterday I was kind of stuck on what I'm doing, and what I'm doing at the moment is I'm developing an imaginary city. The last one I did last December, January, and I made an Amazon book about it. That's what I do my workshops on. But now I'm going to do a new imaginary city, and the last one was just using 3D graphics. That was using Blender. So now I'm going to use everything using maker technologies. So it's 3D printing, laser cutting, Arduinos, loads of stuff, CNCs possibly, 3D scanning. This is going to be a big structural city, like an art installation, and it's going to look cool. And it's a futuristic city as well. Obviously, if you've seen my work, you'll know that I'm into the future. So this method's really cheap, what I'm going to show you. And you might have seen what's going on down here. It's basically Plasticine. So all it is Plasticine, and you can get this at your local art store, your Walmarts if you're in the North Americas, wherever you go in the world, you should be able to find Plasticine in some places at least. You can also, if you can't get access to Plasticine, you can use clay as well. So what I was doing is that I was making some forms. I was doing some sketches on paper and 3D graphics of this internal structure, the main structure of the city. And I was getting kind of bored and procrastinating and thinking this is not going to go anywhere, it's not going to look good. So the other day I thought, right, I've got to make something in real life. Because when we make something in real life, we have different ideas. Sketching and 3D graphics is just on a screen. And especially with this project, because it's going to be in real life. Yeah, so it's going to be in real life, and then the real life thing merits making some sketches in real life. Okay. So there you go, there's Plasticine. And then I went to the Botanics the other day, the Botanical Gardens, and I started making, I didn't make stuff, I was at the Botanics and I saw this interesting plant form, and the plant form was just loads of pods made up of spheres, so I could spend the next 10 or 20 minutes making spheres and sticking them together like so, and you might get a bit bored of that as well. So last night I did that, and then I came back to where I am, and I started to have a bit of a brainwave, which was good because as I said, I was getting frustrated with what I was doing. So firstly I started making the spheres, and then lying on my desk I have these things. I don't know what exactly they are. I think they're capacitors or diodes. I know that they're electrical things, but I'm not really an electrical expert, but that's not the point. They're good for the project. So here's a form I made last night, one of the forms and when I'm making these, I'm thinking about the form of the city. So these things could be big spheres that contain all the people, and perhaps if I get them eventually 3D printed, there will be lights in it and stuff like that as well. Here's another one. This is like a tripod going on. Could be a walking city. I think one of these old conceptual architectural magazines had a walking city. I think it could have been Archigram, I'm not sure. If you checked it out, Archigram. And then here's a sort of spiky structure going on as well. So again, they're very kind of nanopody, futuristic. Originally I wanted it more sort of neuromancery, cyberpunky, but I'm going to still have elements of that, but I really like the structure going on here. So next I'll keep it on this one because I like this structure. I think this is going to be the structure that I'm going to develop. So this is going to be the main central area of this city, probably floating. I can sort of get the art installation mounted on a wall or something. It'll look pretty nice with lights coming off it, and it's going to have lots of things flying around it. So this is like the main center, and it's going to have lots of things going around it and happening as well. So that's it. to get this as a reference, you can either just have it in your hand and develop 3D graphics. From that, you can 3D scan it, which is quite a lot. I think the nearest scanner I could get to is the Mac Lab in Glasgow, but it's a bit pricey. Another really good method that's again really cheap and inexpensive, if you've got a camera and a computer, get hold of 123D Catch. I'll put that down in the links on the page, and then take photographs around it. You usually have to do about 60. There's a kind of sort of a good number where it comes up well. When you've taken the photographs, it should turn into a 3D mesh. Often there's a bit of problem. There are problems, and you have to tweak it, but usually you get some sort of form going on. And you should check out the tutorials to get it done correctly. Sorry, my nails are real artist nails. So there you go. And then once you've got it in the 3D mesh, you can take it to your modeling program, such as Blender, that I'm going to be used here, you know, Max, ZBrush, Maya, whatever, Modo. Then you can model and develop the form in the 3D program. And the magic thing about using the real modeling and then furthering on the 3D computer is that you're going to come up with so much better forms, as you saw if you've seen my last Design an Imaginary City project. I did the same thing. But this time the really interesting thing is that this 3D graphic that I'm going to develop from a form like this is going to then get either 3D printed out for the real structure, or it's going to get made into a sort of sliced laser cut if it's going to be quite a big structure. I haven't decided yet. The journey is still going. And so that's that. So it's kind of input, create, or edit, or output, which is quite a nice little theory going on. So there you go. So that's basically it. So let's reiterate or go over what I was talking about. So you need to develop a form in 3D, a real form or a form for your 3D graphics, and you're kind of stuck. Buy some plasticine, develop the form, get some inspiration from your local botanic gardens or whatever, or your city, develop the form, 3D scan it, 123D catch it, even cast it in reality, whatever you want to do, get the form and take it places and take it on a journey. And I'm going to be taking this on a journey, so remember to subscribe to this YouTube channel and check out my art site, jamesableart.com. Whoops, it just fell apart. jamesableart.com for more resources, my blog, and also you can buy my own artwork there as well. You'll be able to buy the city work when it's completed as well. And I'm going to be doing workshops on this later as well, both online and in reality. So subscribe to my newsletter. So thanks so much for listening. I really like doing these casts, these vlogcasts, because I like to share what I'm doing and help you as well. So thanks very much, and remember to tune in on Tuesdays at 5 p.m. and Fridays at 5 p.m. So thanks so much, and speak to you later. Bye for now.